Perfectionism is costing you every single thing that you want. Everything that you could have built with your brand and should have built with your brand and want to is stuck on the other side of procrastination showing up in its ugliest form, which is a siren called perfectionism. And you think you're not exactly falling into this, but if your content cadence takes too long for you to get out. I was just teaching a client about that this morning, spent 90 minutes with him. And the coolest thing about him is he was aware of his perfectionism getting in his way. He's got hundreds and thousands of pieces of content ready to go, but he's not willing to publish them because he needs a more structured approach to do it instead of just putting them out there and seeing what sticks and doesn't stick. So I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I am a recovering perfectionist. So having gone to design school at Savannah College of Art and Design, which is an illustrious design school, like the number 1 or 2 interior design school in the country, they are so exacting with what you need to do to stand out as a student. I got really habituated in making sure that I always outworked everyone around me so that I could win the competition, get the A, get the 100, get the teacher's kudos. I had done none of this personal development work by that point in time. And I was highly reliant on external validation combined with my Enneagram 3, which is the achiever. So you put all of that together, and it creates a situation with my Indian background where I was brought up, if I brought home a math test and I got 100 instead of getting the bonus that was 104, I got questioned on my dad about that to be like, well, this is good, but what about the 104? And I literally, it's taken me until 42 or Bijal 4.2 to be able to compete against that and say, that may have made sense to my parents and they had the best interest in mind to be like, let's get her to work hard so she can achieve something in this country. Really common immigrant mentality. But that old thinking didn't serve me moving forward. So 80% done is 100% awesome. That's one of my mentors, Dan Martell, says. If you haven't checked out his podcast, go back and listen to my episode with actually better. Go to the YouTube and look at us and see how amazing that interview is. But 80% done is 100% fucking awesome. That helps a recovering perfectionist like me get out of my own way. So let me give you some quantitative data points. So if you are not used to posting any type of content on a regular basis, you want to get to the 1-1-1 rule, which is one piece of content once a day on one platform. Don't do it more. Don't do it less. Just stick to that exact thing. If you are already used to posting 2 pieces of content on one platform, obviously twice a day, then you stick to your 2-a-days. So whether it's 1-a-days or 2-a-days, if you're past 2-a-days and you're used to 4 times a day or whatever I feel like it, then your job is to get onto other platforms. So I actually did this amazing podcast on literally how the content game has changed to use Instagram in conjunction with the power of long form YouTube because of the SEO backing. So go back, check out that episode. You're going to want to see it on YouTube. It's absolutely amazing. But back to this point is that when you're there, then you know it's time to get more omnipresent with your content. It's time to go to 1 to 2 other platforms. You're past and have graduated. Congratulations, you've graduated past that point. So what it looks like when you're putting your content out there, if you are a beginner and you know when you feel like a beginner as you're still uncomfortable with doing content, you have 20 minutes per post, set a timer on your phone, and when it goes off, you have to hit post. If you need to then edit it afterward because you did a typo, fine, but it's just let it go, you're done. If you are used to making content and you're more in my advanced category, but you're just looking to optimize and dial in your things, you have 10 minutes or less per post. The place I'm at today is most of my posts are created in 2 minutes or less. And I'm talking, I am the queen of medium form content. What medium form content means is like the length of your iPhone. like 4.5 inches, how that looks on Facebook, that is the amount of copy I'm willing to do. My brain just naturally stops and winds it up by that point in time. The other thing I'm the queen at is those post-its on Facebook where you're just enough characters like Twitter is just to get a point across and be done. So short form written copy. I absolutely love doing that. So those posts for me take 1 minute or less, sometimes 30 seconds. I am exceptionally fast because my verbal skills are so quick. So I am an extemporaneous thinker. I am impromptu. I can make jokes. I can slap back. I have decades of training of my ability to whip it back because I have the best slapbacks. So that same thinking, to be able to think that quickly and be witty, that's what works in those post-it style posts. They become these nuggets. People love them. They share them. They engage with them, and they constantly get visibility. So I can pepper one of them or two of them or three of them a day because literally it only takes me 30 seconds usually to get it done. So you can make a massive amount of content that is on brand without the time investment. One step to go beyond that is if you're one of our clients, you've experienced the power of brand brain. What that looks like is our customized GPT based on your individual brand. So when your brain understands, your brand brain, exactly what this brand is all about, our clients literally can take 1 hour to make 100 hours of content. So whether it's reels, long form YouTube, scripts for a VSL, copy for their website, a new landing page. Hey, we've got to put out a new sales page because we've got some digital products we're releasing. Let's go ahead and start our low ticket subscription so we have a community-based offer. What's our email marketing sequence? Literally, the brand brain can handle all of that stuff. So what that does is if you are stuck in this level of perfectionism, sometimes where you might be stuck is you can't even decide where to get started. So where to get started is where inertia comes in. It's like you just can't, the rock is still and you can't get it to move. The second stuck point is momentum. Okay, we've got the snowball and we've formed it. That's cool. It's better than flat ground. But how do we get the momentum of that snowball going down a hill and gaining more and more speed and mass as it goes down? That's momentum. So there's 2 points people get stuck. The inertia, which prevents them from actually getting started. And the second part is momentum to keep it going after it gets started. When you have something like our brand brain, you're able to do that like this and get your perfectionism out the way. But no problem. If you don't have that, the way you do that is either by ottering yourself, which means like using Otter AI to like send yourself voice notes, going into your own you're in your own notes on your Apple phone or whatever. If you use Evernote, you can use that, but you're writing ideas as they come. Y'all want to know the best place to get your content ideas? I'll give it to you. I really give it to you. The best place on the entire planet to get your content ideas is from your sales calls. Ding. Okay, I'm letting that hit. In your sales calls, think about it. You're talking to a hungry prospect who has moved past awareness of just knowing who you are to becoming problem aware to then becoming curious and considering what that solution looks like. That prospect is hot and are on the verge of closing. So every single thing they say on that call is like worth its weight in gold. So literally the words they use, the problems they share, the pain points they have, this stuff that they're describing, the emotions they feel, the other things they've tried to solve the same problem that haven't worked, and the vision they share of what they would really like their future to look like. What would their business look like if everything was amazing? What would their life look like if they had the time and wealth freedom that they're looking to get in their life? They want time freedom. They want money freedom. They read Buy Back Your Time, but they can't figure it out. Do you know how normal it is to read an amazing book and still not know what to do with it? Okay. I just talked about this in my podcast about being able to use the alter ego effect so that you're creating content that converts. That is the secret trick. And while the alter ego effect from Todd Herman is amazing, most people who read the book don't actually know how to apply that. So you're going to want to check out the podcast below where we did that. You want to circle back to that. But for the purposes of this, using your sales calls and just listening to them again, hopefully you're recording them on Zoom. Better yet, you're using Fathom or Otter.ai to create a transcript of it. Your literal number one gold place is that's where you can get your content ideas. The second place is if you are a coach or your service provider, when you are actually providing your service to your clients or your team is, I'm at the point where I mostly have my team who fulfills on what we do because we're blowing up. Like we're literally in a category of one when it comes to brand and brand strategy. Brandfluencer, brand enthusiast, our programs have been in the market for 4 years plus. We are in a category of one. So when you're doing this, you're going to scale up your team. And it's amazing because we have over 300 SOPs. I have a class A set of standards that our team can follow and a bunch of A players to implement. So our clients get their service. They also get my coaching, but it's in a group format. So what's amazing about that is once a week when I have our calls called Brandfinity, I can go back at what did I teach that week? What did our clients ask about on those calls? And I have tons of content that would last me well for the rest of the month based on the questions and the issues and the pain points. Where were our clients getting stuck? Where were their points of inertia? Where are they curious and looking to dial things in? So those become every single one of their questions based on what does the rest of the group think? Is the rest of the group super engaged in what this person is asking? Like if someone is just like going off and the comments are blowing up, this is going to be hot, hot for everyone else who's never seen this before. So that's the coolest thing about being able to provide a service. You can do the same thing. So if you're an agency, and let's say you're a digital marketing agency and you're helping people optimize their funnels, when someone comes on the kickoff call and you're reviewing their funnel and they're telling you what all of their frustrations are and their stuck points, just let them talk. Let them talk because what they're saying about their frustrations are the same things that your prospects out there who haven't found you yet to help them, they're dealing with the exact same pain points. So a lot of our clients are stuck because they are exemplary at what they do. And a lot of times it's the perfectionism that got them to that point of expertise. But in the great irony of life, the perfectionism that got you here is the same thing that's going to prevent you from getting there.